Making art every day for 31 days? Can I really do that? Well, I'm challenging this idea by participating in Peachtober this year and making an art piece every single day for the month of October. Howdy hey, I'm Kit Kat and welcome to day 14 of Peachtober. Today's prompt is brush, and before we get into anything, it's time for card attack time, the time where I pick an extra challenge for the day. So let's pick today's challenge. Today's challenge is Topsy-Turvy Timer, where I only have so much time to complete the piece. So, real quick, how much time do I have to complete the piece? Good question. I had thought about doing only 15 minutes, but I think we're going to do 30 just because 15 is a really short amount of time to make a piece, and I don't want the piece to be like the worst piece that I've ever made. So we're gonna do 30 minutes. Hopefully that's acceptable. Let's talk a little bit about today's ideas and the sketch and the color palette. Firstly, the sketch. This is my sketch for today, and it's this one here at the top. So I struggled because the prompt, once again, I feel like the further I got into Peachtober, the more I struggled with how am I going to make this grocery themed. But I decided that today's grocery is less of a food grocery and more of a thing that you would go to the grocery store to possibly get, and that's a toothbrush. And so I decided it would be fun to do a toothbrush starter pack at the grocery store because that's what I came up with and that's what we're doing. And now that I know we only have like 30 minutes to do it, I don't have time to make an extra design or do something different like I've done some of the other days. I just have to do the design I have and hope for the best. The color palette I have selected is this one. I'm thinking blues. When I think of the dentist, I think of mint and blue. So that's the vibes. And with that, it's time to brush our teeth. And we back with another voiceover with Kit Kat. So here's the thing. Only had 30 minutes, so really had to crunch this design out quickly. And honestly, in the moment, I was grateful that this was one of the designs where I didn't have a ton of detail. So I whipped this one out as quick as I could. I also had a migraine, so this one kind of worked out really well at the end of the day because I didn't feel great and I was kind of just showing up to get this done. Still recovering from the migraine, feeling much better. Thank you to my medicine that makes me feel better and to my doctor that helped me get on a medicine that helps with my migraines. Thank goodness. So I did finish the piece. Obviously, you'll see it at the end of the video. The concept, of course, was toothbrushing, which I know is not necessarily a food grocery, but do groceries just mean food? I guess it's a question that I need to think about a little bit more, but I felt like this could still fit my grocery theme, and I thought it would be fun to do a toothbrush starter pack, which is really just two toothbrushes and toothpaste and some floss. And some cool design packaging, I guess. Except for that I didn't have that much time for the design packaging, so I did my best with what I could. I also have to say, when you go to the grocery store and they have packs like this, it's like so funny. It's always like a ton of toothbrushes, and I feel like I've seen videos where people are like, I don't need that many toothbrushes, I just need one toothbrush. But this is a 2 toothbrush pack, and it's for me and my husband. He gets a toothbrush, I get a toothbrush, we get some toothpaste, and some floss. LOL. Very important stuff. I guess side tangent, like I feel like I grew up going to not just like the dentist, but I also had like braces, so I went to the orthodontist. And yeah, I'm very grateful that my parents spent the money on my teeth, but also like braces and all that was so uncomfortable. And like, yeah, it's just like such an interesting thing. Like I feel like I forget about it, but like the first half of my life was literally just fixing my teeth. So yeah, thanks mom and dad for fixing my teeth, but also like, wow, that was so much work. Okay, also this is kind of embarrassing to admit, but like I never flossed growing up. Like I remember so many times being told to floss and I just never did. And I would say that I have not regularly had a flossing life until I got married, because now my husband loves to floss and I am reminded that I need to floss. So shout out to my husband as well for getting me into a flossing routine, because guys, I was not doing that, which is probably not good, but I also didn't really have a lot of cavities growing up, so I guess it kind of worked out in the end, and that's that. Also, comment below what your favorite toothpaste is or was as a kid. So, okay, I don't have a favorite toothpaste flavor, although mint is usually the go-to, but fluoride, they be putting that on my teeth, and I loved the mango flavor. So good. It was like really hard to have self-control to not lick it all off afterwards. I don't know why, but that stuff, just like the smell, the taste, the fluoride experience, loved it. Don't know if anyone else got fluoride growing up on their teeth, but I loved that part of the dentist office. It was like my favorite part of like the whole time was getting the fluoride on. And I remember like I would literally tell my nurse that I was like so excited for the fluoride. So, LOL, that's my toothbrushing teeth history, and with that, I think it's time to show you the final design. I did this in 30 minutes, so don't expect this big standout piece. I'm still proud of myself for doing this in only 30 minutes though. And you made it to the end of the video where I get to show you the final design. If you're new here, I'm making a YouTube video every day of my Peachtober experience, and I would love to have you subscribe to see the rest of the days. Today is obviously day 14, so we're about halfway through. If this is the first video you're watching, I have made 14 videos so far, so that means there are 13 other videos that you could go binge watch now. It's basically like a TV show, LOL. But this is my first time ever recording videos every single day for YouTube consecutively, and it's been an experience, and I'm tired, and we are making it work. So I would love your support. I would love to hear what you thought of the final piece, and maybe even leave a like below. But with that, I will see you tomorrow for another day of Peachtober and a new prompt, and I will catch you on the flippity flop. Bye!